AGTEK Tech Tip: Identifying and generating contours from a tin surface. In some occasions, the engineer may provide the existing and designed surface data in what is referred to as a tin surface. A tin surface is a network of triangles used to create a surface model. When viewing the data in a CAD viewing software, the tin surface may present as contours. When importing this CAD file into GradeWork, we visualize the tin surface as the raw tri-mesh data. This may cause confusion and can make it seem as if the data is not provided in the CAD file by the engineer. The tri-mesh can be useful in particular situations, but for most users, this data is very large and cumbersome to work with due to the amount of data that needs to be processed. It is generally recommended to convert the tin surfaces into contours. When importing files that contain multiple tin surfaces, you will need to identify which surface the tin surface represents. We can use the CAD layer dropdown to help us with identifying the data. In this example, the EG Survey 10 represents the existing ground, and the FG 10 represents the finished or proposed design grade. Select one of the tin surfaces and send it to the corresponding surface's data lines layer. Do not send the second surface into GradeWork. Return to Edit mode. When importing a tin surface, GradeWork will borrow these tin lines and utilize them as the surface rather than processing the data lines to generate its own tri-mesh. This makes for a quick conversion to the contours. Select the Utility menu, then select Contour Surface. Enter the desired interval as shown in the plans. Do not select Apply Smoothing. The contours will be quickly generated on the Contours layer. To apply these contours to your 3D model, we will need to move them to the Data Lines layer. Press Alt-A or Select All from the Edit menu to select all of the contours. You may now right-click and cut. Change the layer to Data Lines. Select all of the 10 lines with Alt-A and press the Delete key or right-click and select Delete. We can now paste the contours as data lines, replacing the 10 lines. You may now return to import mode and repeat the process for the second surface. This process must be done one surface at a time. If not, the program will have to process and produce its own surface from the data lines. This can take quite a while depending on how dense the original tri-mesh is. If done correctly, contours can be produced very quickly.